I've told you before, but I'll say it again. God died to set your mind free. If your mind ever gets free, everything. Come on. George Clinton said it many, many years ago. In Vogue said it even more recently. And they had a song said, free your mind and the rest will follow. If you ever get your mind set free, then everything else will be free. That's why he was crucified not just on Calvary's hill, but he was crucified at a place called Golgotha or Golgotha, the place of the skull. The cross was sitting right in the top of a skull-shaped mountain because God wanted to get your mind set free, because if your mind gets free, then everything else about you will get free. If your mind gets free, you'll think about people differently. If your mind gets free, you'll think about money differently. If your mind gets free, you'll think about life differently. Tell somebody, I gotta get my crazy self together. So you got to change your mind, got to change your mind. There are many that are actually in the process of obtaining a miracle. I'm going to help somebody and I'm getting out of here. There are many that are actually in the process of attaining a miracle, get ready, and you don't even realize it. Yeah. Everything that's been happening to you up until this point was preparing you, and you don't even realize it. And the reason why you don't realize you are about to get the miracle is because it feels like you've been forgotten. It feels like you've been overlooked. It feels like you've been forsaken. And it seems like God's blessing everybody else but you. Oh my God. But I'm telling you that place where you are, when it feels like you're forgotten and feels like you're forsaken and feels like God's forgotten you, I call that the pre-miracle place. Tell somebody, I'm in the pre-miracle place. Come on. I need every forgotten person, every person that feels like they're never going to get theirs. I want to just help you today. The Lord told me to give you this creative phrase called the pre-miracle place. Yeah, the pre-miracle place. The pre-miracle place is the place, watch this, where it takes a miracle to sustain you until he delivers you. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. The pre-miracle place is the place where he will allow miracles to happen to sustain you until he gives you the miracle that will bring you out. Now, I couldn't say this if I didn't have no scripture to back it up. I've got scripture that can back up to tell you how God will perform a miracle to sustain you until he gives you the miracle that delivers you. Come on, can I help you? I said, can I help you? All right, check it out. In Daniel chapter number 6, verse 18 through 23. Daniel chapter number 6, verse 18 through 23. Watch this. You're going to find that Daniel now, because he has now got some genuine haters, and they hate him because of what has happened in his life, and his quick movement and ascension while in a foreign land. He was taken from where he was and put in a foreign land, and yet got promotions quicker than the ones who grew up in that land. Y'all ain't hearing me up in here. There are some people that genuinely hate you because you're the new kid on the block. And it appears that you are getting promoted quicker than some who have been around a long time. But that's okay. They can't hate who God has his hand on. Because the more that they hate on you, the more they're helping you to get elevated. Daniel is in this place, and they then go and they make a decree, and they say that anybody that prays to any god except for the God of that land, they're going to get in trouble. And Daniel, when he heard that they were going to be against him, Daniel then did what was his custom. He threw the windows open, and he went and prayed 3 times a day. When they went and started seeing that Daniel was praying like that, because they knew he wouldn't break his custom, they went and told the king. And then they started telling the king that this boy that you have elevated is now going against you and not reverencing you for who you are. And the king, even though it broke his heart, he says, I've got to now carry out what I said I was going to do. And so he then says, here's what he wants to do. He says, I'm going to now go ahead and I'm going to have to put him in the lion's den. I hate that I got to do it, but I got to do it. Watch the text when you read the story in Daniel 6, 18 to 23. It says that the king hated it, stayed up all night long, first thing in the morning, ran over to the den of lions and says this. He says, Daniel, is the God that you serve, did he keep you during the night? And did he take care of you? Daniel said, and I paraphrase, O king, live forever. The God that I serve, he says, yes, he has done just what he said he was going to do, and I'm all right. Now watch the last part of verse number 23. It says, so Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no injury was on him.
Right.
Y'all just now missed it. It says